Hello.
You're listening to Go Animate City's only station for classic rock and funk. I'm Brot in the afternoon on KFMY. Now, as you all have heard, I'll be having a special guest co-host for the next week. It's someone many of you are familiar with, especially if you listen to KDUL in the mornings. It's someone I've worked with for a long time, and who I consider a dear close friend, and she's here right now to help me start off the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Richel. Well, it's so great to have you on board, Richel.
Thank you, Brat. Even though our former Netflix studio is a couple doors down, and it's now used for KDUL, it still feels great to be here in a studio with you again. Already, I feel like we never even left the Brat and Richel morning show.
A lot of good times on that show, but do you know what else has never left? All of those crazy and funny callers. It seems they followed me right over to KFMY.
Awesome, I'm gonna love being here for the week.
And hopefully, you'll end up being here a lot longer, hint hint.
Well, we'll see. So, are we going to do Ask Me Anything?
That we are. I'm glad to see that you're raring to go. Alright, listeners, let's start things off with another edition of KFMY's Ask Me Anything. And since our old friend Richel is here, we'll have all questions today before her. Remember, send all your questions for Richel through Facebook, or Twitter, or the old-fashioned way by phone. Okay, you ready, Richel?
As ready as I love her be. Alright, KFMY listeners, this is Richel, and I'm Brat's guest co-host on Brot in the afternoon for the next week. Ask me anything.
As long as it's not too awkward. Laugh out loud. So, how's it looking? Those questions rolling in yet?
I'll say they are. It's like a waterfall of questions coming in all over our Facebook page and Twitter feed. Okay, let's look for a good one to start off. Okay, here we go. Big Boy Booney asks, Richel, is red your natural hair color? Yes, Big Boy Booney, I'm naturally a orange head. A couple of years ago though, I actually dyed my hair blonde for a brief time and wore it in a shorter do. But not long after, I went back to my real color and it's been that way since.
And I remember when you had that short blonde hairdo. Remember back when I won those iHeartRadio tickets from Netflix, which at the time was still located in the Vanguard building. You were there, working at the front desk.
Oh man, I still remember that. That sure was an interesting little confrontation that happened afterward. And who knew that we'd eventually go on to host the morning show together?
I know. Well, I don't mean to veer off on a nostalgia trip like that. Let's move on to the next question for Richel.
Okay, here's one on the Facebook page. George Pipesame asks, so are you gonna come back and be Brat's co-host full-time now? You totally should.
See, even our listeners are still clamoring for you to come back, Richel.
Yeah, well, George, I would love to work with Brat again full-time. Right now this is just a temporary stint, just to see how it goes, but never say never. Alright, this question comes from Daddy's Friend Fat. Ha 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 ha.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. This guy's name really is Daddy's Friend Fat.
And what does Daddy's Friend Fat want to know?
He asks, Richel, can you please email me a picture of your boobs? Not a chance, creeper.
Ha ha, it was just a matter of time before the weirdos started popping up.
Yeah, and we'll just try and skip over those ones. Alright, Waldo Wilbur wants to ask me, Richel, what are your thoughts on Kanye and Kim making the cover of Vogue magazine? Well, I don't care either way. 1. I don't really read Vogue, and 2, celebrity couples don't interest me at all, so I don't really care what Kanye and Kim, or any of them do. Let's see now. Ooh, here's a good one. Jones McDonald asks, what's your favorite John Hughes film? Wow, tough choice, but I'd have to say 16 Candles.
Kind of hard to just pick one favorite John Hughes film, since he made so many classics. I've always been partial to Weird Science and Ferris Bueller myself.
Yeah, those ones are really good too. Like you said, it's hard to pick just one favorite. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Funky Sullivan wants to know, Richel, how old are you, and are you single? Well, Funky, I'm 29 years old, and as for am I single, that's for me to know, and you to find out.
Ha ha, you should love the tease the fellas, don't you?
I think they love it even more.
Well, looks like we got a caller here now. Hi caller, you're on the air.
This is Daddy's friend Fat.
Ha hi 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 ha.
I said, stop laughing at me.
So you're the one who asked Richel on Twitter if she could email you a picture of her boobs. First of all, I got to ask, is Daddy's friend Fat really your name?
Never mind that. What I want to know is, did Richel really just call me a creeper?
Yes, I did, because when you ask a girl to email you a picture of her boobs, then that's exactly what you are.
You dare call me creeper? Oh. That's it. I'm telling my mom on you, you big pee head.
Ha 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 ha. What did I tell you, Richel? This station is virtually Netflix Part 2.
This is going to be a really fun week. I may not even want to go back to KDUL after this.
Okay, I'll remember you said that. Well, we got to take a quick break and pay some bills. But when we come back, Richel will answer a few more questions from our listeners.
And don't forget we'll be playing all those great classic fight and rock tunes. You'll hear songs from Prince, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Ohio Players and much more.
This is Brot in the afternoon, along with Richel on KFMY. Keep it here.